Hey crafters, this is Paulette. It is time for August 2014 name tags that fit in the little name badges from Walmart. We're going to use this darling stamp set from My Favorite Things. It's called Make-A-Wish. We're using the little girl and the butterfly kisses and dandelion wishes sentiment. I've done my stamping in this Memento Tuxedo black ink by Tsukineko. And we're going to be coloring with some Copics. And I will list those as I go and on my blog. The August came from this stamp set that I use often by the Paper Studio Months of the Year Wood Stamps. And I selectively only inked the first 3 letters. Let's get started. At the end, we're going to stamp that sentiment across the dress. I probably could have done it before, but I don't know. It just made better sense to me to do it at the end. So we're going to start with the face. And I've chosen E00 and E95 for that. I'm going to start with the E95 and just put a little bit of color here next to her hairline. And then just down here, kind of where the cheek area would be. We're going to use that again in a moment, so I'm going to leave it out. And then we're going to use this just to come in and swirl right into that E95 and blend all the way around. And do it again, right over the E95 and then out into the center here. If you didn't get enough blending, just swoosh right over the top of it. The cool thing about the Copics is the lighter colors will fade the darker colors. And that's how you get those cool blends with the markers. Okay, we're going to use some of this E95. Just like a little elbow mark, couple of knee marks, just a couple of dots across, like where her hand is wrapped around the dandelion, and then right underneath the thumb on the other arm. And then again with our E00, fill in. Don't forget that little neck area. I always kind of forget that. And we're just going to fill in and go right over those little areas. The arm and the back. And the legs. And I feel like the face is extra dark now because we went over it a couple times. So I'm going to go back over the arms and legs one more time. And it always looks a little bit darker when you do it, and then it will dry a little bit more. I'm going to swoosh right across this side of the face because I feel like that's still a little bit dark. We're going to do the hair next. I'm using the E27 and the R59 for the hair, and I'm going to use my dark brown first. And really just going right on top of these black lines of the image. The hair is the toughest part for me. And I'm not doing anything special. I'm not leaving areas for highlights. The two colors blended together are kind of going to take care of that issue for me. Well, I just did a blurb right there. I'll have to take care of that. If you're too still, if you leave your pen on the paper too long, you get a blurb. So I'm just going to make that pony a little taller right there and it'll be fine. Okay. Now we're going to go right in with the R59 and go right over those white areas. And if it gets too out of control, you can always come in and draw more hair with a fine liner pen if you need to. I do have that need occasionally. Okay, we're going to get ready for the dress. I'm going to do the dandelion in this Y32. And we're going to do the top part of the dress in this very dark green. We're going to do this little heart on her hair as well. And the shoes. Nothing fancy, just filling in. Simple coloring. My markers are still so new. They're so saturated with ink that to do these tiny little areas is just very delicate. Okay, we're going to do the other part of the dress with this YG25 and the pony holders. Again, just simple filling in the space. You could also do this with your Bic markets. The skin tone is a little bit dark, but you could come back and do it in some Tim Holtz markers diluted with water. You could do the Crayola washable markers diluted with water. There's a lot of nice skin tone colors, lots of nice browns and beiges that would work well for that. Now, just blending back across because I did all that filling in. And I need to put some cheeks. I'm going to use the R12 Light Tea Rose for a couple of little cheeks. Maybe just a little bit under the nose. Pretty cute. Now I need to stamp that sentiment. Do it right over the dress. All right. If you guys have any questions, be sure and let me know.